Every year, NFL teams invest millions in top draft picks, hoping to find the next superstar. We all remember the first overall pick, the guaranteed marquee name. But who remembers the guy who closes out the first round? The player picked with the 32nd overall pick. Forget the first-round busts and the Hall of Famers. The real hidden gems and even bigger disappointments often lurk at the very end of the first round. We're talking about the 32nd overall picks, a selection spot often overlooked, yet ripe with fascinating and sometimes heartbreaking NFL stories you've never heard. These are the players who were technically first-rounders enjoying the status, the guaranteed money, but they just barely missed that coveted spotlight. Today, we're diving deep into the NFL Draft's most peculiar selection spot. We're unearthing the untold stories of these forgotten players and exploring the unexpected twists and turns their NFL careers took. This is Lost at 32. The 32nd pick is an anomaly. It's the point where elite talent meets a calculated risk, and the history of this pick gives us two distinct extremes, the boom and the bust. On the boom side, you have players who truly cemented the first-round status, like Teddy Bridgewater in 2014, who became a Pro Bowler, or defensive star Matthias Kiwanuka. These players had successful, recognizable careers and defied the notion that picking this late in the first round is a lesser investment. They proved that the talent, the potential, was absolutely there. But for every success story, there's the precarious position this pick often sits in. The line between being an elite talent and a career that just never quite takes off is razor thin at this spot. The pressure is immense. You're a first-rounder, but you're constantly being compared to the top 5 selections who got more money, more hype, and a longer leash. This is where the majority of our players fall, those who receive the first-round hype and then, for one reason or another, faded from the mainstream. Now we transition to the heartbreaking reality, the Vanishing Acts. These are the 32nd overall picks whose NFL careers were surprisingly brief, often plagued by injuries or simply the brutal reality of the league's turnover rate. Take, for example, the story of Logan Mankins, 2005. Drafted with high hopes, the pressure to produce immediately was crushing. Perhaps a recurring hamstring injury, a coaching change, or a scheme mismatch in the NFL. Especially as a late first-rounder, you rarely get a second chance to make a first impression. A 2- or 3-year contract is up and suddenly, you're looking at the waiver wire. The external pressures and internal struggles these forgotten players faced after their draft, night glory faded, can be overwhelming. What happens when the NFL career is over? Sometimes before these players even hit their mid-20s. For many 32nd overall picks, the most fascinating parts of their story happen after the football ends. This is where we uncover some truly unexpected success stories. These players, having just barely missed the top tier of NFL stardom, had to navigate a life that was planned out since childhood now gone. Many took the life lessons learned from the highly disciplined world of professional sports and applied them to new fields. We're talking about fascinating stories of players who transitioned into diverse fields like entrepreneurship, real estate, or even becoming high school coaches. Consider Drew Brees. His time in the league was modest. While many stars have been number 32 picks, Drew Brees, 2001, stands out for his legendary, NFL career and interesting post-NFL move to broadcasting for NBC's Sunday Night Football before returning to football in different roles. Another notable is Benjamin Watson, 2004, a tight end who had a long, successful career and became a prominent voice for social justice, author, and community leader post-football. This isn't just about financial success. It's about resilience and adaptability. The experience of playing in the NFL, even briefly, instills a work ethic that is invaluable. These individuals had to deal with the highest form of professional competition, failure on a very public stage, and the need to constantly adapt. These are the qualities required to navigate life after the bright lights of professional sports dim, and they truly embody the forgotten gems of the draft. The journey of the 32nd pick is a microcosm of the NFL's brutal reality. It's the ultimate dream versus the constant disappointment. These players are forever tied to the first round, yet often judged by second-round standards. Their experience forces us to pose thought-provoking questions about the subjective nature of success for an NFL draft pick. Is a career a success if you only played 5 seasons but secured your family's future? Is it a failure if you played 10 years but never made a Pro Bowl? The answer, I think, lies beyond the stats. It's in the lessons learned, the perseverance, the ability to bounce back, and the courage to start over. The 32nd overall pick is a story of what if. What if they went 1 pick earlier? What if they stayed healthy? What if they landed with a different team? The constant what if defines their legacy and their impact. So the next time you watch the NFL draft, don't just focus on the top 5. Spare a thought for the guy who closes out the first round, the 32nd overall pick. His story, the journey of that forgotten player, is often more complex, more human, and frankly, more fascinating than any Hall of Famers. It's a powerful message about the untold stories behind every draft pick, and a crucial reminder to reconsider what we define as an NFL success story. These truly are the forgotten gems. What do you think is the toughest selection spot in the draft? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into NFL drafts history, hit that like button and subscribe for more untold sports stories. Thanks for watching.